It's Madden NFL 23. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Jaguars in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them is going to back down from this challenge.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Allen going to go to the air right away. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Again, it's Allen. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And now out comes Houston. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Allen's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up. Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They'll go up the middle with White. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
To the air, Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying it up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing is Allen on third. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They'll set up to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. He'll drop to throw. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And these two hooked up on a nice game that played before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They will run the draw with Jacobs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third level. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. Second down coming up. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Jaguars.
We're scoreless after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Allen. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. To throw again on second down. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Sliding out of the pocket and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
The Texans at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On second down, they'll run with White.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Allen now looks to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He'll look to throw.
They'll dump this one off here to White.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back to throw again. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Cade York on now for the field goal.
On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start to drive with White. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with White. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Come on now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Here's Allen to throw it. This complete to Jones.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Man open, here is Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Jack Fox now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. This is White on the screen. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and those two have gone to halftime in a tight one, 10-6 the score. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
Second and 3. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
Quick slant to Brown.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Allen now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw, it's Allen.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 5.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
1st down, here's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Same target. It's Jacobs again. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now Allen again. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On play action, Allen. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got Otten. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jacobs again. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. The pickup of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw, and he fires one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They'll try the right side here with White. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Running out of the gun with White. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kadarius Toney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here.
Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll go up the middle with White. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're going to look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Pat Fryermuth
from 3 yards out.
And the Texans will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Jags.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Allen going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
Finding Hardman.
Oh, he shit. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go with White on the counter. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 10. A minute 38 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Texans, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.